¿Cómo? Hay que salir al campo, no queda otra opción. Es mi última jugada.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. And head coach Dave Yeager switching from the Grizzlies to the Kings going into last season. Had a few good seasons in Memphis. What comes to mind when you think about Dave Yeager as a coach?
He's quiet, but he's hardworking.
Is he really that quiet?
Very quiet. He's probably overlooked when we talk about the league's best coaches.
Well, you know, he's got a practical approach, but it really isn't a flamboyant approach. So a lot of times you kind of don't notice them sometimes on the sideline. But he might not be flashy, but he's effective.
How quiet is he?
Really quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you talked to him before?
No, I couldn't hear him.
I can't hear you guys. What are y'all doing over there?
Kevin Harlan standing by with a call.
Thanks.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Cleveland is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
And they're hitting their stride, guys, right at the perfect time. I mean, the postseason right around the corner. They're playing with tremendous confidence. I think a legit title contender, in my estimation.
Yeah, it's hard to doubt that they've set the bar extremely high. You get the feeling if they don't win the championship, it'll be a huge letdown.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, look, the return of LeBron James to Cleveland has become one of the best redemptive stories of the last decade. He clearly wasn't just great on the court. The roster and the coaching staff have been shaped by his hand as well. Now, LeBron said, I know what personnel works for my game. I knew what we needed, and I think our GM and our coaching staff have done a great job of fulfilling that. Guys?
Thanks to Ye, and it's crucial that Cleveland keeps LeBron happy. One of the greatest players to ever play the game. And a good-looking matchup in the backcourt tonight. Doris, you were somewhat of a pure point guard yourself in college basketball. Do you feel there's a lot less separation these days between the point guard and the off guard?
Well, we've talked about this on any number of occasions, Kevin, the positionless basketball that we seem to be trending toward. And certainly the one-guard position in this day and age needs to be a scoring position. I think you've got to be a threat regardless of the position you play. So I would say, yes, it's accurate to a certain degree.
That means a lot coming from a person that played so well. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. D-Wade out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. And it's Sacramento's ball. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Thompson, a screen on Hill. Thomas against Hill. Thomas goes in. James misses. Here's Sacramento. It's a three-point game. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with a win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Zach Randolph. James in the post. Jefferson is right there.
He does the hard part, gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Wow, what a long and fruitful career for Richard Jefferson. Remember, guys, this was the 13th overall pick back in 2001. He's more of a jump shooter now than the tremendous athlete, slasher, dunker he was early. I'll tell you what, he can still surprise you every now and again with a big-time finish.
Now here's James. 38 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Here's Hill, following the basket by LeBron James. Jefferson passing to Cauley-Stein. Three-pointer, Hill. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
Now James, after the missed three from Buddy Hield. Shot clock at 3. Three-pointer, Wade. Outside for Thomas. The dish to Wade. Goes back up. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
Isn't this what we've come to expect the great point guards to do? Thomas effective spotting his teammates when they're open.
Hield kicks to Cauley-Stein. They set the pick on the wing. Hill over Thomas. Hill, no good. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. James kicks to Thomas. Back to James. And he dunks it right in, right on Buddy Hield. Oh, man.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now, here's Randolph. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers. That one good for 2.
I'll tell you, good or not, that isn't a shot they'll want him to take again.
Jefferson against James. Love outside. The drive by LeBron. And Doris, one thing we've seen with LeBron, he's not shy putting pressure on the franchise when it comes to personnel decisions.
Right, Kev, this guy is very serious about winning championships. LeBron James expects support from ownership in terms of acquiring the right pieces, and he keeps his contract short with a purpose. That exerts leverage to be in position to win.
Free throw good, James.
LeBron James is consistent enough at the line where he'll make you pay most times if you're going to send him there.
And he can't hit the second. And LeBron James last season playing in his 7th consecutive NBA Finals. Doris, a streak only surpassed by the great Bill Russell.
And for context, Kevin, remember in the 60s when Bill Russell played, the finals were just the second round. What LeBron is doing is so much harder. To think that in 12 postseasons he has been to the finals 8 times, nothing short of astounding.
Now Wade, George Hill missing on the 3. Thomas down low. He's guarded by Hill. Thomas, no good.
Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, George Hill is an effective combo guard. He sees the floor and puts it on time and on target.
LeBron dishes to Thompson. Kicks it out to Love. Thomas against Hill. It's stolen by Hill. And now it's Hill running. He can go all the way. And the rejection by LeBron.
He was tracking that shot the whole way. No chance LeBron was letting that get to the rim.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Doris, we're in that kind of in-between area. You know, the luster of the season opener has now worn off. Not yet quite to the All-Star break. Crunch time, of course, is still a ways away. How do players go about maintaining that focus here at the midseason?
You know, I think this is interesting. If you're chasing greatness, we hear that expression a lot from LeBron James, I'm chasing greatness. I don't think focus is ever at issue. If you're the Golden State Warriors in the season, you have an opportunity to win 73 games. Focus is never an issue. What's fascinating to me is, can young players sustain attention for the 82-game grind, particularly those rookies? That is the group of players for whom I think it is most difficult.
Now, here is Hill. Last game he had 10 points. And the rejection by Love. Hill can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The drive by James. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for LeBron.
Boy, when James is operating on the block like there, it's a thing of beauty. How far has his interior game come since he entered the league?
Now, here is Hill. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Up against Randolph. Back to James. Love with the screen on Bogdanovich. James kicks to Thompson. Can't hit that one. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Outside Hill. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Hill's got 6.
Now George Hill continues to light it up from distance. This guy is a dependable three-point shooter.
Thompson, a screen on Hill. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Cleveland gets it back. Pass to Love. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Bogdanovich. And the rejection by James. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Thomas kicks to Wade. It's rebounded by Randolph. Sacramento leading by 6. The shot. No good off the front iron.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 8. Second shot opportunity. Here's Thompson out to Wade. The pass to Thomas. LeBron outside. Over Bogdanovich. And James gets it to go. He's got 10.
Boy, hitting for good percentage here in the first quarter. He's doing what he can to get his team off on the right foot.
Outside Hill. Randolph can't hit.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Wade gets the bucket.
And you got to like the touch there from Wade inside. A polished interior scorer who knows how to get to his sweet spot.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Hill has the open look. Sacramento again missing.
Well, obviously, it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Well, we the North starting to turn out some players, right? Out of Toronto, Canada, Tristan Thompson. He doesn't have the most expansive offensive skill set, but guys, his motor is as good as it gets.
No good on that one. And Thompson, one of the most relentless rebounders in the NBA.
Well, this is the elite skill he brings to the table. His durability and nightly effort on the boards make him a hugely valuable player, worthy of that contract.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Scal Labissière's checked in for Randolph. Temple comes in for Hield, and it's Fox in for Hill. Cleveland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside. Feeds it to Thompson. The kick out to Rose. Kept alive. Pass to Shumpert. Outside Crowder. Back to Shumpert. Smith the pass to Rose. Shumpert up top. 6 to shoot. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Kings leading. Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. Pass to Labissiere. Shoots over Crowder. Misses off the right iron.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Cauley-Stein a screen. And here is Fox. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He used that pick to get in close.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Here is Rose. To the inside. Smith dishes to Rose. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now, here's Fox. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Cavaliers.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the 3-ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
Now here's Rose. He had 13 points in the win against the Warriors in Oakland. Outside jumper. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. We've got 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Fox passes to Temple. Thompson against Cauley-Stein. Puts it up from 12. Nice D from Rose. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. There's a good screen. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Shumpert. Shot clock at 5. Cauley-Stein's shot is good. And the Kings lead by 5.
I'll tell you, that's aggressive passing. Threading it down low and setting up the bucket inside. Really nice.
Smith, no good. The Kings shooting just 35% to start the game. Fox against Rose. Now Fox dishes it to Cauley-Stein. The second effort, and the layup is up and in. Cauley-Stein's got 6.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Here's Rose, and he banks in the layup.
You know, Kev, because of his toughness, Rose does this with regularity, converts inside against duress.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Kings on top, leading by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can and live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Sacramento, Labissiere and Cauley Stein are the bigs. Fox is out there with Garrett Temple, and it's Jefferson in at the 3 spot. Here's Temple, following the score by Derrick Rose. Temple dishes to Labissiere. Such a wide-open look. Labissiere's got the lead up to 7 now for Sacramento.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
You know, without a lot of shot blocking on the interior, the Cavs play a very conservative defensive style. A low rate of steals. They want to stay in front and prevent penetration. Well, he's got a wonderful touch from deep, right? And with his size, a defender has a hard time even bothering him on the perimeter.
He kicks it to Fox. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Labissiere, the screen. And stolen by Fry. Outside jumper. Out to the right wing. Over Fox. And it's Rose missing.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. Lets a floater go.
What anticipation by Channing Frye. Measures it up and sends it back.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. You take a look at Fox, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Bogdanovich.
And both of them are just explosive scorers around the rim, able to get in close, and that's a key to getting high percentage shots.
Outside Jefferson, and the 3 ball is good. Jefferson's got 6.
Now this guy used to be a highlight level dunker, and now he's matured Richard Jefferson into catch and shoot specialist.
Now here's Rose. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Throwing it down that emphatically energizes the whole team, and that can be a huge shift in momentum.
Here's Temple. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
Now here's Shumpert following the missed shot by Willie Cauley Stein. Crowder goes in, tries to save it. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Temple, how's the last month of basketball been for him? He's around 6 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now here's Rose. Richard Jefferson missing his last shot. Fox against Rose. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Fox. That's 10 points for Willie Cauley Stein.
Now, I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Fox with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now it's a 9-point Sacramento lead.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open court.
And finished off by Rose.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. For Sacramento, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Fox with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. It's good on the putback. And the Kings lead by 9.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Sacramento making some changes. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Buddy Hield comes in for Garrett Temple. And George Hills subbed in for Fox. Now here's LeBron. He's got 10. Green with a screen for LeBron. Outside Thomas. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And anytime he takes the court, you can bet Isaiah Thomas is #1 with a bullet atop the other team's scouting report.
And he knows it too, Kev. Facing all of these double teams, this guy's worked so hard to become even more dynamic as a scorer and passer. He can finish with either hand. He can hit threes on the move. This guy is relentless looking to improve.
And for Isaiah Thomas, he shouldn't have too much of an issue fitting in with the Cavs. I mean, he played AAU with Kevin Love. He can distribute and score. Same role as Irving had when he was with the Cavs.
Now here's Randolph. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Hield with it. Picked up by Love. 4 on the clock. Hield can't hit.
And really what it comes down to is great players finding ways to make it work. IT has been getting it done for quite some time. Knows he moved into an incredible opportunity with the Cavs.
The Cavaliers have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. You know, Doris, when it comes to leadership, there are so many different ways to do it, different ways of leading among the players who are some of the more vocal leaders out there. Who do you have circled?
You know, I think leadership sometimes, Kevin, requires that you make your teammates uncomfortable, and that's not always easy to do. So the 2 guys that come to mind for me are both Chris Paul and LeBron James. One, they're going to hold themselves to an incredibly high standard. And unless you're willing to do that, it's hard to bring everybody with you. So in terms of leadership, the guys I like watching the most right now in the current NBA are both Chris Paul and LeBron James.
Great examples. Shot clock at 5. It's Jefferson with the drive. There's Labissiere, and it's off the back rim. No good. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Wade. Love the pass to Thomas. LeBron kicks to Green. Back to LeBron. Outside Green. Thomas goes in. It's rebounded by Labissiere.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Labissiere, the screen. Jefferson against Thomas. Off the pick. Misses off the left iron. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. There's the feed to Green. LeBron outside. He dishes it to Thomas. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Kings leading now by 6. Hill kicks to Randolph. That one goes in. Randolph's got his second bucket of the night.
Kevin, I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
Love with the screen on Hill. And Labissiere sends it back. Love dishes to Green. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. Outside Randolph. Jefferson passing to Randolph. Pulls up on the wing. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Cleveland moving it around. To the paint. Here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Hey, guys, that's a solid contest on the defensive end of the floor. That's just Love being better on the offensive end than the defense is.
Randolph a screen. Labissiere with the screen for Hill. No good that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. LeBron outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And you look at this Kings roster, and Greg, you can see the youth movement is in full effect.
Yeah, and Buddy Hield headlines the group as he comes over in that Cousins trade. Skal Labissiere and Willie Cauley-Stein, also a big part of this team's future. And then getting Fox as a rookie to kind of run the ship, another great building block. And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Randolph can't hit.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Now here's James. 11 points in the game. Outside, Green. And the 3 off target. And Greg, the Kings wanted to have veteran leaders, and that's what they've got right now.
And the Kings are in a rebuild mode, and you need vets to lead that process. Show the youngsters the right way to do things. And I think the Kings have started to make some very savvy moves here as they begin this rebuild.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Zach Randolph. Kicks to Green. Back to Love. Outside, Green. He feeds it to James. Green, the screen. And he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle, too.
You guys, that's just superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
The Cavaliers have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12. Free throw good, James. Doris, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach. And someday maybe I'll coach a boys' high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business. And slowly but surely, it grew every year.
But still educating still, right? I mean, don't you feel there's a part of education to being an analyst?
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are fortunate enough to be. And sure, just describing what's going on. It's a lot of fun.
You are a PhD in broadcasting. And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Thomas against Hill. The dish to Bogdanovich. Picked by Randolph. And Bogdanovich kicks to Hield. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Once again, off the mark by Cleveland. Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. No one near him. He squares up and sinks it. Hield's got 5 now. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Thomas against Hill. Thompson, a screen on Hill. Here's Thomas. Again, Thomas missing.
This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this quarter. He needs to keep his head up and keep working.
And the second chance effort by Randolph. And it's a 4-point Kings lead.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Thomas kicks to Love. Back to Thomas. Kicks it out to Love. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Love has worked to diversify his game. You have to guard him from the perimeter or he will burn you.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Hill. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
How about the dogged determination from George Hill, reliable at finding ways to score down deep.
19 seconds left here in the second. Outside Thomas. Over in the corner, Green. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Out to Wade. Takes the three. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Kings lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Dave Yeager, Coach, how do you keep up the defensive pressure and slow down their offense?
We got to just try to keep them in front of us and shoot jumpers, and then no second chances.
Rebounding is your team's strength. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny, the Jet, Smith, and Shaq, the Eel O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for them. Their field goal percentage is sitting in the low 30s. They came out unfocused, unmotivated, unprepared. If they can't turn the tide and play with greater efficiency, it's going to be a long second half.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
A lot of action around, as always, the Capitol building tonight. We are in Sacramento, and we continue here on 2K Sports. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible, really good judgment on the offensive end.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Kings leading now by 3. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. D-Wade out there with Thomas. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Here's Randolph. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
As you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
Well, how about the patience in the paint by Isaiah Thomas? This guy effective at getting high-quality shots.
Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Randolph sets a screen for Hill. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Thomas. Out to Wade. Pass to Love for the tie. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Hill kicks to Jefferson. Cauley-Stein a screen. Hield from outside. Drops in the tray. Hield's got 8.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Thomas, that's good.
Wow, great concentration inside. Isaiah Thomas has got to time that shot perfectly, and his confidence is unshakable.
Kings leading now by 4. Outside Hill. Again missing Hill. For Cleveland, they'd gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. On the wing, James, defended by Jefferson. LeBron dishes to Love. Some solid defense from Randolph.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Now here's Hield. He's got 8. And the rejection by Love.
Wow, terrific timing from Kevin Love to get the block, something he's worked hard to improve on.
Randolph passes to Jefferson. Coley Stein, a screen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
When you look at the Cavs bench, you certainly see a lot of veterans over there. LeBron wants teammates he can trust in the heat of the playoffs.
And LeBron trying to make the most of his championship window, Doris. But does the age of the Cavalier role players shorten that window, do you think?
Well, I think it's a great question. And you could look at a team like the San Antonio Spurs, and they put among their reserves young developing players, and that helps to extend their run. With the Cavs, it seems to be more of a now or never approach.
And here is Jefferson, following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. Jefferson kicks to Hield. And Fox has it in the corner. Cauley Stein with the screen for Fox. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Fox. Cauley Stein's got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
Now here's James. 14 points for him. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Cauley Stein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Jefferson gets it to go.
When he came into the league, Richard Jefferson was a superior athlete, now incorporating the art of timing on his drives.
LeBron against Jefferson. And James throws it down.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. No good with the triple. Now here is Smith, covered by Hield. The screen from Thompson. James dishes to Thompson. Here's Smith. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, I'll tell you, for a long time, the reputation of J.R. Smith, not ideal. But, you know, a little bit of poor decision-making, unfocused defensively. He's really matured. He's gotten better on and off the court.
And J.R. Smith, a natural offensive. But Doris's defense has come a long way, too.
Amazing what winning titles can do. You start to appreciate what it takes to be successful. And you go back to his offense, though. A very good three-point shooter, even under great defensive pressure.
Here's Temple, looking for his first basket still in this one. Picked by Randolph. Here's Fox. Rebound by Rose.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Smith outside to the paint, and stolen by Cauley Stein.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
Jefferson kicks to Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein, a screen. Fox goes up and lays it nice and easy. Fox has got 6.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Rose. 11 points in the game. And there's the pass to Smith. 5 on the clock. To the middle, and stolen by Coley Stein. Rose against Fox. Out to the right wing. Trying his luck deep. Temple can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Crowder kicks to LeBron. Buried from 15 feet out. James has got 4 this quarter.
Listen, Kevin, you can't fault the defense, but LeBron being one of the all-time greats, if he's locked in, forget about it. He's going to make the jumper.
Here's Temple. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Jefferson. And off a screen on LeBron. Jefferson with it. Out-guarded by Crowder. Clock at 6. A floater. Temple can't get it to go. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Smith the pass to Fry. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Rose attacking in the corner. Smith with it. For the lead. And it's Rose. This time the assist from Crowder. And that's 13 points for Rose.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And here is Fox. He's got 6. Coley Stein a screen. Here's Jefferson, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Well, you see Richard Jefferson from mid-range. To me, he's polished enough to do more from that area if he wants to.
Here's Crowder, and it's in there.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Jay Crowder's such an efficient scorer, right, guys? I mean, this is one of the league's best finishers, especially for a guy 6'6".
Labissiere is checked in for Sacramento. Bogdanovich comes in for Jefferson. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Free throw, no good for Crowder. And Doris, the three-pointer, a big part of Crowder's offensive game.
Well, no doubt. He's gotten better and better from out there. When you're shooting around 40% from deep range, that's getting it done.
Here's Temple. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. From deep three-point range, Sacramento gets it back in a new 24. Now here's Labissiere. Defense is right there. And the shot no good, a bit short. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. It's a pick by Love to the wing right side. Rose kicks to James. Rose against Fox. Pulls it up. Rose, that's good. Rose has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, what a drastic change going from so sound defensively in the first half to not close to that in the second.
Fox kicks to Temple. Labissiere, the screen. Here's Bogdanovich. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And for Derrick Rose, listen, he proved last season that he can still be an impact player on the offensive end. The guy averaged 18 points a game, his most since he missed all of the 2013 season. He's confident with the ball in his hand. He's a consistent source of scoring.
Free throw, good, Rose. And for Rose in his offense, he isn't the same player he was, Doris, before his injuries, but he has adjusted his offensive game quite nicely in what he can now.
Right, because Rose has started to play a lot closer to the rim the last few seasons, and that's helped his scoring efficiency. He doesn't take near the volume of three-pointers he once did. Well, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great, solid screen.
Love with the screen on Bogdanovich. Outside Thomas. Love dishes to Thomas. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
If he were shooting a bit better tonight, they'd be much further ahead in the scoreboard.
They set the screen. Here's Cauley Stein. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Feeds to Love. Over Cauley Stein. Misses off the left iron.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Fox again throws. Fox passes to Cauley Stein. The putback. Here's Labissiere. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Cavaliers leading. It's a pick by Love. Lobbed up there for Thomas.
Well, Kevin, no one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
And Sacramento has possession. 1:21 left in the third quarter. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. George Hill's checked in for Garrett Temple. Here's Fox. He has 6. Hill a screen on Crowder. Labissiere kicks to Fox. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Labissiere the screen. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
Fox against Thomas. Outside Crowder. Over in the corner, Rose. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Hill leading the charge.
Well, out in transition, George Hill knows the spots he needs to get to. Terrific job on the finish.
Thomas against Fox. 29 seconds left to play here in the third. Thomas kicks to Love. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. That's 7 points for Kevin Love.
Boy, a good screen can make all the difference sometimes. I'm not sure Kevin Love gets enough credit for what he does to get his guys open.
Now, here's Fox. They set the pick. Labissiere, the screen, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
For 3, Love hits it from three-point range. Love's got 10 points, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Here's Thomas. Fox and Hield are the young guard tandem. Labissiere and Cauley Stein are the bigs. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead, and now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
Now here's Hield. It's stolen by Wade. Hill against Thomas. Smith kicks to Thomas. Ring shot on the way. Goes back up. Here's Love. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And now an 8-point Cleveland lead.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. A
little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Hield kicks to Labissiere. Just 5 on the clock. Cauley Stein with a screen on Smith. With a step back. Second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein's got 22.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on him.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
And Thompson kicks to Smith. And Thomas now, top of the key. Back to Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Thomas goes in, and good that time. Thomas got 10 points in just the second half.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Cauley Stein with the screen for Hill. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Nothing the defense can do about George Hill. This guy exceptional at scoring inside thanks to his length.
The screen from Thompson. And Thomas, here we go. 3-pointer, Wade. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Sacramento making some changes. Randolph comes in for Labissiere, and Jefferson subbed in for Bogdanovich. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Hill dishes to Jefferson. Pass to Hield. Picked by Randolph. 6 to shoot. And Wade sends it back. And he recovers it. Cleveland leading by 6. Right wing. Inside. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
And what about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. That free throw good from Thompson. And the Cavs, once again, looking to will their way, Doris, to a title. Every year, the competition seems to grow fiercer.
Yes, but they seem to be a team that thrives on adversity. Think back to 2016 when they overcome that 3-1 deficit. Last season, it was the largest second-half comeback in playoff history. There's no quit in these Cavaliers.
Here's James. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. The drive by LeBron.
Don't give LeBron James a lane to the hoop because he will be ruthless in his attack. He takes advantage anytime he sees daylight.
The Kings trail by 9. Now Hill, picked by Randolph. To the inside. It's tipped. Buries it down low.
He might not elevate like some of the other guys on the court, but as we've learned, Randolph knows how to get the ball in the basket.
Now here's Thomas. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. And Buddy Hield, the centerpiece of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Talk about what makes him, Greg, so intriguing.
Well, the Wooden Award winner in his senior season, he led Oklahoma to the Final Four. And how about leading the nation in three-pointers made? I think that can translate to the NBA level and could make him a difference maker. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside, Randolph. Back to Hield. Screen by Jefferson. Randolph kicks to Hield. And Hill has it in the corner. Misses the 3.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Wade. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Kings trail by 9. Outside Hill. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Hield kicks to Randolph. Over Love. And Hill has it in the corner. Randolph, a screen on Love. And the basket by Hill.
Well, you love to watch George Hill stroke it from the mid-range. Demonstrates his ability to score from just about anywhere.
Thomas passes to Thompson. Thomas kicks to Love. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Covered by Heel. The drive by Wade. Kicks it out to James. Here's Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I tell you have to respect Isaiah Thomas's physicality. He may have a small frame, but a big-time heart and big-time energy.
And Doris, coming into the NBA, Love's game was centered around the basket, a double-double machine.
Well, think about this, Kev. One of 5 players in the last 3 decades to average over 15 rebounds for an entire season. He did that in 2011. And he still remains a factor on the boards because he's got terrific understanding of positioning and great lower body strength.
Now, here is Hill. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, the burst of speed to get to the cup. George Hill making the defense hit him.
George Hill. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And George Hill, one of the elite defensive point guards in the league.
Well, he's got all the tools, Kevin. He's a great athlete. He's got long arms and, of course, the know-how to get it done.
And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low. But as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
Here's Jefferson. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Here's Randolph. Paulie stopped. No good that time. Cleveland leading by 9. Here's LeBron. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Outside Hill. Hield sets the pick for Hill. Dishes it to Jefferson. Here's Randolph. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. On the wing, Dwayne Wade, covered by Hield. James kicks to Thompson. Hill against Thomas. Outside Randolph. He kicks to Jefferson. Randolph in the post. Working on Love. Randolph can't hit. The Cavaliers shooting it well here in the 4th quarter. 50%. Thomas goes in. The feed to Thompson. Wade on the wing. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. James dishes to Thomas. 2 points. That one goes. Thomas got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Hield kicks to Randolph. Screen by Jefferson. Back to Hield. It's Hill on the wing. He's guarded by Thomas. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 18 points for George Hill. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Love outside. He dishes it to Thompson. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thomas got 22 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Kicks it to Hield. Paulie Stein, a screen. Jefferson on top. The shot misses. Great D that time from Love. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Back to James. Love outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Lets it go from 11. Here's Randolph. Good D by Thompson.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
Hill against Thomas. LeBron James on the wing. It's stolen by Jefferson. He feeds it to Randolph. Pick up by Hill. Randolph kicks to Jefferson. The dish to Hill. Banked in off the glass. Hill's got 10 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he's doing everything scoring-wise this period to try to keep them in it.
Thompson, a screen on Hill. Thomas passes to Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
I don't know how you cannot love watching IT do his thing. Isaiah Thomas making them appear hopeless in the pick and roll.
Hill kicks to Cauley-Stein. Pass to Hill. Pick up by Hill. Randolph against Love. Off the screen. Misses off the right iron. The Cavaliers leading by 9. On the wing, James. Stolen by Randolph. Hill with it. Now Thomas defending. Here's Randolph. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Thompson, a screen on Hill. Shot off the screen. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley-Stein's got his 16th rebound on the night. Hill kicks to Cauley-Stein. The pass to Hill. Jacks up a 3. Thompson with the rebound.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Now here's LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Here's Jefferson. Here's Randolph. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Randolph's got 10 points in just the second half. Thomas kicks to James. Feeds it to Thompson. Back to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Thomas. From outside the arc. Again, James missing.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
No, nor am I, Greg. There's no question. They're too far behind. Not their best effort, for sure.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hill against Thomas. Pass to Thompson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. In the corner, it's Healed. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They trail by 7. 1 second left in the 4th. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. LeBron, what was the defensive focus individually and as a team, and how do you think you guys executed it?
It's a tough team to guard off the bounce. They're so athletic, they're so quick, but it's a good job by all of us defensively, and it's always good to get a win on the road.
Road wins do tend to be more precious. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.